There are many old wives' tales and myths about many different things, but today we're talking about some reptile myths. And for this half hour, our friend Jesse Rothager of Forgotten Friend Reptile Sanctuary is shedding some light about boa constrictors, and he's joined by a few folks, his kids, and Kenny. Is it Kenny?
Yep.
Okay, so Kenny is here, and we're going to get into meeting Kenny in just a bit. Let's start first by telling us what snake you have, what kind it is, and give viewers some basic information about it.
So this is Harley. Harley is the largest boa constrictor species in the world. She's from South America. It's called the red-tailed boa or the Colombian red-tailed boa. And they are kind of large compared to North American snakes. But this is about as big as a boa constrictor will ever get.
Really?
Even at this size, I mean, it's big, but it's not the world's biggest snake. It's the world's biggest boa, not the world's biggest snake. And it is still the subject of many urban legends. One in particular that annoys me, because I hear it so many times, I figured I'd come on here and we'll just put that idea to rest.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. And I mean, this is one big snake. We needed almost the whole couch here. So let's talk about that old wives' tale. It's how a boa constrictor laying down next to its owner, trying to figure out if it can eat them. What's up with that? Is that true?
No, it's not true. And that story's been around for so many years. And I joke with other educators who do what I do because we have all heard it. And whenever people come up to us and they tell us this story, they always claim they know the person that it happened to. It's always their cousins, uncles, roommates, someone. And with urban legends, you'll hear that all the time. People think they know the actual person it happened to, but they can't actually name the person. That's one way you know you're dealing with an urban legend.
Right.
So you can see on TV, these are some of our larger snakes, and you can see they get very big. A lot of these guys do, but even snakes this big, they're not going to eat a person. The idea of that urban legend, two things are false. Look at that one, was really full. That was a possum inside that giant snake. That was not a person. The things that we know is false. Predators don't have a measuring tape that they carry around to stretch out their prey. Imagine the world's biggest snake in the world, say a green anaconda. If it finds a deer, a capybara, if it finds an alligator, crocodile, something that it wants to decide if it can eat, do you think that animal's going to stand still while the predator stretches out to measure?
I would hope not.
Yeah, impossible. So
including me.
Right? None of us would.
Yeah.
Bunny rabbit would not, a deer would not, alligator would not.
Yep.
So nothing is going to sit still, allowing the predator to measure it out. So the idea of a predator measuring its prey, that is kind of false on its face.
And are we going to show that?
Yeah, we're going to show, what we're going to show is even if this snake was longer than the actual person it wanted to eat, it's still not big enough to eat the person. So Kenny, we're going to find out if this snake is going to eat you. Okay, Kenny's going to lay down.
Kenny's going to lay down, and then we've got Harley.
Yep.
And
Harley
we're
the
going
boa.
to watch this go here.
Brett, you want to help us stretch this out?
I guess I can. Just pick it up from the bottom.
Yeah, take some of that. Viola, you take the middle, and we're going to stretch this right on top of Kenny. All right. You can see this snake.
Oh boy, better Kenny than me.
Right on Kenny. And this snake is much longer than Kenny. If you can see, it's a good 2-3 feet longer than Kenny.
Wow.
If it wanted to, Kenny has the shoulders of a healthy 13-year-old, okay, about that big. This snake's head is maybe 3 inches across. There's no way this snake could eat something with shoulders of a 13-year-old, much less an adult woman in the story.
Okay.
So you can see that is a myth. It's an urban legend. There is no lady that had a pet boa constrictor that stopped eating and stretched out next to her to size her up for dinner.
Okay, and this sort of proves that right there. I mean, you could see big snake, not big enough to eat Kenny, who was great. Now, give us a little preview of the myth you're going to talk about in the next half hour.
So in the next half hour, we're going to talk about the idea, do black rat snakes crossbreed with copperheads? Spoiler alert, no, they don't. We're going to prove that copperheads cannot crossbreed with black rat snakes. Has anyone heard that myth? We're going to be talking about it. And we have baby snakes right out of their eggs.
Okay, we're going to get into that next half hour. You guys come on back too. We're going to let Kenny go here and get out from under the weight. We'll be back right after this.
Good job.